The only 7 tips you need to get S rank in Ready or Not. Tip number 1. The search and secure command. When playing command mode after you've arrested all suspects and civilians, the search room command changes. It allows you to command your team to look for all missed evidence and objectives aside from the soft objectives. Your AI team will go directly towards any left behind weapons, making this a much more efficient way to find anything you missed, instead of looking for it manually. Tip number 2. Helpful settings. Upping your FOV is an obvious setting, but many don't realize you can change it in a game like Ready or Not. But actually notable settings to change you may not know about are swapping your yelling button and interaction button. This allows you to not worry about accidentally yelling and revealing yourself when you are trying to quietly open a door. The last setting would be highlighting weapons. You can make it so when a suspect places their gun on the floor, it will have a colored outline. This helps for it to stand out, in turn making it easier for you to find it. It also allows for you to see it through walls on corners and sometimes doors, giving you the chance to know the suspects gave up, and you don't accidentally shoot them while they're in their surrendered state. The third tip. What armor should you be using? Stab Vest can be used for maps where suspects are only using knives and smaller caliber guns, but I recommend staying clear of this armor choice. The heavy armor gives you more health, but it drastically decreases your movement speed, which actually can make it more difficult to enter and clear a room. You also lose 2 munition slots for your equipment. For the light armor, I feel it's the best balance for having a larger loadout, much faster movement speed, and it still allows for you to tank plenty of bullets before you die. But as a whole, you can use the heavy or the light armor. It just depends on your personal playstyle when you're clearing a building. And for those of you wondering, the type of armor doesn't make any drastic difference, but from what I found, ceramic is slightly better than steel or Kevlar, so I recommend ceramic. Tip number 4. Use the mirror gun. The mirror gun is the most versatile piece of equipment. It allows for you to peek over small walls, around corners, and under doorways. Being able to see suspects before they can see you is probably the most helpful thing there is when it comes to clearing a room. The most crucial part of the mirror gun is seeing if a suspect is in an alerted position. An alerted position is when the suspect has their weapon up and they are looking in the direction of the entryway you are preparing to enter through. When they are in this position, they will react faster than you can, with a reaction time of 0.1 seconds. So if you see one in this position, it's best to either choose a different entryway or use a form of stun grenade before throwing either yourself or your team in the doorway. Tip number 5. What gun should you use? You obviously should use one of the less lethal options, but which one exactly? Between the AR, SMG, and shotgun options, you can remove the SMG option as a whole. The SMG is the same as the AR, but it holds less ammo, has less range, and takes longer to stop a suspect with. So I advise you, don't use the SMG. Now for the players that have some practice in an FPS game, I recommend the shotgun. It will almost always stop a suspect in 1 shot, but it will guarantee stop them in 2. The downside of the shotgun is you have to hit below the neck, because if you shoot the head, you'll end up killing them. The AR I recommend for average players, or players that don't want the fear of accidentally killing someone so easily and ruining your S rank run. The AR will take 5 to 8 shots to stop a suspect, and yes, this means they can shoot back at the same time. But the AR has a bonus feature where you can shoot the ground next to a surrendered suspect. This creates the splash of the pepper ball affecting them, which will stop them from getting back up without you getting penalized for overuse of force. For the 6th tip, it's using your SWAT team. This obviously only applies to those in command mode like myself. You can use your SWAT team to hold a position, arrest civilians or suspects, or just follow you into a room. The most helpful option is the move and clear command. Now I recommend changing this to a move in flash and clear, but it's up to you. When you give this command, they will stack up on a door and clear a room of all suspects and civilians. Once the room is cleared, they will arrest anyone in the room. The only thing you need to watch out for is large, complex rooms. They will perfectly clear any normal room, but when you get into a room that has a lot of corners and open archways and takes up a lot of floor space, your team may clear farther than you wanted them to without you. They can also bug out from time to time and not arrest anybody when clearing, allowing for the suspects to get up and shoot you or your team without noticing, possibly ruining your run. So I recommend, if you're about to enter a complex room, having them follow you into the room, allowing you to control how it is cleared while they cover you. For the 7th and final tip, what your and your team's loadout should look like. You can set up your loadout for many different playstyles. I have tested many different loadouts and will be showing you what I believe is the best all-around loadout. Starting with armor and headwear, I recommend using the same for both you and your team, with it being light armor ceramic front and back, with ballistic mask and anti-flash goggles. For your personal loadout, I would use the VPL, TRPL, and mirror gun, and your munition slots being 6 primary, 2 secondary, 4 flashbangs, and 1 lockpick gun. For both Alpha and Charlie, I recommend using the VPL, TRPL, and Tactical Shield, and your munition slots being 4 primary, 3 secondary, 3 flashbangs, 1 lockpick gun, and 2 wedges. For Bravo, I suggest the Flash Launcher, TRPL, and Mirror Gun, and their munition slots being 5 primary, 4 secondary, 1 lockpick gun, and 3 wedges. And finally for Delta, I would use the VPL, TRPL, and Battering Ram, with the munition slots being 4 primary, 3 secondary, 3 flashbang, 1 lockpick gun, and 1 wedge. If you want to see all these tips being used in action, feel free to check out my channel where I have my playthrough videos.